So here we are. It's the first time I'm making lump charcoal. Got this barrel from a local guy here, 25 bucks, 55-gallon drum, steel drum with the lid, and drilled a bunch of holes in here for letting the gas escape. And if you come a little closer, I can show you the loading and the packing of the wood. So it's a mix of hardwood and softwood. I got pine, tulip poplar, beech, gum, hickory in here, all split seasoned wood already. And what we're going to do is light a fire under this barrel, and then we're going to increase the intensity of the fire by building the fire around the base. This seems to be the methodology that a few people that have done this before have talked about. So that's what we're going to do today, and we're going to see how well it produces lump charcoal. Let's get started. Okay, so I showed a video showing how we had packed this drum full of wood, sort of stacked vertically inside there to make lump charcoal, and we've got the fire going, and we'll keep it going here till it's been going about 5 minutes, and we've got to go about 6 to 8 hours, and then we'll let the fire die out and let the wood inside just sort of cool. This is the end result. So we've opened up the drum, and inside is the lump charcoal, and it looks largely the way I put it in, which was split pieces of firewood, and it's pretty brittle. All cooked. And I can break that, you can see, and it's definitely cooked through, so that is good stuff. This is much better than some of the other methods that people have shown videos where they burn it inside the drum and put the lid on. That's not really doing the same thing as well as this. This is good stuff. Good for making a nice Boston butt. Video of the lump charcoal making that we did. I did this yesterday. It was about I started at 11:30 in the morning, and it put the last logs on the fire around 7 p.m. So this took about 7 hours to make a drum full of lump charcoal. Here's what it looks like. This is 3 cubic feet of lump charcoal, and I still have more left in the drum. And that's what it looks like. So this is the stuff that had the smaller pieces that crumbled, and you can see it's there's a lot of tarry substance. That's the creosote that's built up on the side. So it's kind of cool process. This is pyrolysis in action. And yeah, so the key learnings from this little project. One is, let's talk about safety for a minute. I picked a day when we had a lot of rain around here. So the forest and the ground was very wet. So perfect conditions for burning, because you're going to need quite a bit of time to do this. And if you have sparks flying, and when breezes kick up, embers can be carried. So do this on a day when it's conducive to burning. Of course, if you need a permit where you are, then you need to get one. I don't recommend this be done in a suburban setting, because there's a lot of smoke that comes off this drum, as you saw in the video. So this is really outside the city limits project. The other things that I learned are that while the pine and some of the lower density woods like the tulip poplar did just fine, in fact they were pretty indistinguishable looking from the others, I can tell the density of them is a little on the low side, and same with the pine, of course. So pick woods that are much denser like hickory, beech, maple, black cherry if you have it. We have a lot of it here. I didn't use much of it in here, but I think the next batch I'll do a load of hickory and cherry and maple, or maybe just even discrete batches of one species if that's your preference for your low and slow ceramic cooker that you're putting it into, or whatever it is you're doing. So yeah, it was pretty easy. It's a little, I wouldn't say it's a lot of labor involved, because you know we have a lot of work to do on this property, so I can do the work and then come and throw logs on the fire as needed. And so it's simple, so anybody can do this. The other thing that I wasn't sure about, but of course it sort of figured that out as we were going, is you can see a diminishing amount of smoke and steam as the burn carries on into the 6th, 7th, and 8th hour, and that's kind of when I decided to just stop adding the wood and let the fire burn out. So this is homemade lump charcoal, and mine is various species in there, and we're going to see how it works on the big green egg here actually tonight. Over and out.